And here, finally, is the video review for Transformers Age of Extinction Lockdown. He is a Lamborghini Aventador. I'm not sure if I'm saying that exactly right, but Lamborghini Aventador. Aventador. I don't know, whatever. He's a Lamborghini, and he's cool. And he's kind of a silvery brownish color. Not quite, it's a little lighter. It's not quite the same kind of silvery brown that the Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown was, but it's there. And again, he's a Lamborghini. Now, and some people said like he transforms. People asked if he was like, even at TFCon this past weekend, people said like, are you going to get that Lockdown that's a remold of Roadbuster from Dark of the Moon? And while he shares, like, he's only similar at a very basic engineering level. Like, when you play with him, it's clearly a completely different figure. Although it does have some similarities transformation-wise in the basic frame engineering of the character, or of the figure. But yeah, it's a neat little Lamborghini. It doesn't have any paint details on the wheels. They are snap-on wheels, but they don't look as bad as some of the snap-on wheels I've seen, so that's a bonus. And he rolls just fine. He also comes with his gun face thingy. It shoots a missile just by friction by pulling this back. And the thing is, when it comes in package, this piece comes pushed in like this, and it says to insert the missile, and it was not clipping in, and I thought there was something wrong. But if you have that problem, what you need to do is pull this out just a little bit. It's just a fraction, like maybe a quarter of an inch. Extend that back out, and then you can snap it and make sure it stays out. And then you can snap that in, and then it's pulling that back that pushes the ball past the friction point and launches it. So you got to make sure that's pulled all the way out to snap the missile in. And it has a couple pegs right here that allow it to peg right here onto the back of the car. So you can't have him use it in car mode, although it does look a little ridiculous. I mean, it's funny too, like here's this quick size comparison of him with the one-step Lockdown. And you can see he's really not much bigger size-wise than the one-step version, although he is a much better figure. And quick size comparisons, here he is with the original animated Lockdown, and again you can see he's a little smaller there than him. Here he is with Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown. With Bot Shots Lockdown. Hey, yeah, look at that. We already saw him with the one-step Lockdown. And of course, here he is with the flipping. Who even let him in here? I don't know how that happened. But anyway, there he is in Lamborghini mode, and yeah, he's a pretty cool little car. He actually is a really sleek little car. I don't know why. Well, I guess that is the back window, but he's got the blue translucent plastic back here, cool windshield, and a Decepticon symbol tampoed on just this one door. It's not over here on this side. And to transform him, we just take him, pop the gun off, and just pull these panels, unpeg the arms here, flip the legs out like this. The arms come out to the side. These panels come out, unpeg, and slide down. He's kind of got his little missiles molded in here on the shoulders. So unpeg these down. And then rotate the arms. And lift this up. Slide this panel up like this. You kind of, when I lifted that up, you kind of have to open these front panels here to get that. Rotate that around. Rotate his head around. And you kind of fold this up into the back. There's a little peg here. Let's get a peg hole here. It's going to peg onto this. And then there's a peg on this lower part that pegs into the back of the waist here. So you push that up, peg that on, then slide this down and peg it on right there. And it holds okay. You unpeg the legs, flip the feet up, rotate them out. And then these fold in behind, should fold in behind that chest piece. There, yeah, there we go, just like that. To kind of slim his upper torso a little bit. He's still a little chubbier than he was in the movie, but you can actually get that. It does have some effects to slim that down just a little bit. And you just get him to stand, and there he is. Head off camera, but we'll fix that in just a second. Get him to stand. And there he is in robot mode. And he can hold his rifle in his hand. It is a very long rifle, and it kind of helps support him if it gives him forward heavy, but it hits down. And of course, just like the movie, as you've already seen, there's a little peg. This peg here in the middle. This one right here sits behind his head. This small one in the middle there's actually a slot here on the top of his head, so you can peg this. Basically, this peg goes in here, this peg goes behind his head, and then this slot fits over this back windshield piece. You can fold this down and give him head mobility with the gun head, but the way this works is it locks everything in place. Kind of like that. You get a little bit of movement back and forth this way, but again, because this panel's in place, it keeps it from turning the full range of motion. But yeah, so you can give him his gun face from the movie, which is kind of cool. So yeah, quick size comparison here. And then he's got ball jointed shoulders. His head is on a ball joint, although again, it mostly just turns. It doesn't have a whole lot of up and down motion. He kind of looks like Peter Weller in RoboCop on the toy face. He's got a swivel here for transformation, as well as a hinge. His arms are part of this armor, so you kind of have to leave them where they are. He doesn't have a waist swivel due to his transformation, but he's got dual hinge, universal hips, I guess. He's got a swivel here at right above the knee joint, and then just a hinge foot joint. So you got a pretty decent amount of posability in him, although it's not as great as some of the other figures in the line. Yeah, he's definitely not my favorite. There are better figures in the Age of Extinction line, but he's a decent approximation of Lockdown. His car mode is really nice. So yeah, size comparison again. Here he is with the bot shot and the one step. I could kind of wish he had a mask gimmick so you could give him his visor mask. Now here he is with Revenge of the Decepticons, or Hunt for the Decepticons, the original animated Lockdown. We'll pull out all this stuff. Here he is in comparison with Optimus, which again is horribly out of scale with the movie. And here he is with the flippin'... I swear to God, who keeps letting you in here? But anyway, there's a quick size comparison of him with all the other Lockdowns. Just so you get an idea. He's definitely the shortest of the Deluxe Transformers. And also probably really like the least cool. Let me get all of these other guys out of it. Like, here are your basic Deluxe Lockdowns. And I really think, as animated as the original, hard to beat, but I really do think that the Revenge of the Fallen Lockdown, the Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown, is my favorite of the Deluxe Lockdown molds. He's just so cool. But the animated one also certainly holds a place in my heart. And this guy's not bad, but he's not the star of the Age of Extinction line by any means. It'd be nice if they had done a gimmick like this to scale and make him scale up in robot mode, because you can see these guys actually scale pretty well with Age of Extinction Optimus. A little bit too tall. You can't really shorten him, but you can actually kind of you can use those knee joints and Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown to make him about the same size as Optimus and kind of make him a decent foil for Prime, which is how I've had them on the shelf, and probably will continue to. I like these two as movie Prime and Lockdown more than I like these two as movie Prime and Lockdown. So yeah, not the best figure, not the worst figure in the line. A decent representation. His car mode's great. His robot mode's meh. So there it is, Deluxe Lockdown from Age of Extinction.